Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So, on today's episode, we have a bit of a unique story for you here today, one that I haven't really covered on the channel. We have an adult film star who basically became a born-again Christian, but then she went back to adult work because, quote, she faced a lot of judgment. Now, guys, call me strange for this, okay? Call me out of line, but I believe that when you do adult work, you are going to get judged for it, okay? So this woman has tried to come to the church after the fact, and she realized that people were judging her for her past actions. Now, guys, we live in a society right now which tells women that they can basically do anything and nobody is going to judge them for it. But personally, gentlemen, I am a fan of judgment, okay? I don't care if you as a guy are getting to know someone new, or if you're one of the 5 women who watch this channel and you are looking for a man. Judgment is very important when you meet new people. So this individual here returned to OnlyFans after facing, quote, a lot of judgment from churchgoers. Now, I don't know exactly what she expected when she tried to become a Christian after the fact, when she went from adult work to this, but apparently it must have been a bit of a shock for her because she joins and then leaves to go make adult content again. So let's take a listen to what this woman has to say and dig into the story a bit. It says, oh, excuse me. So she was a pastor, was she? Okay. Former pastor Crystal D. Gregorio has confirmed that she is returning to OnlyFans. The 37-year-old woman, who will go by her old stage name Nadia Hilton, is still an ordained minister following a 180 decision to turn her back on the adult film industry 6 years ago. And obviously, we have a picture of her here looking just quite terrifying, but let's continue. So she's returning to OF, and apparently this is credited to TikTok. Now, guys, whenever I see 37-year-old women on TikTok, am I the only one who thinks that there's something wrong with that? Personally, guys, I just think it's a little bit creepy. Like, the TikTok application is basically for, people who are younger, okay? Not 37-year-old women who are, trying to post spicy content or whatever the case may be. Call me old-fashioned, guys, but personally, I think it's quite disturbing. So here we've got a picture of her in the church, it seems, and she's reading. So let's jump in. However, speaking in a recent interview, she revealed that she is reviving her profile on the online platform after growing tired of dealing with judgmental parishioners. I decided to step back from all that after seeing a lot of judgment from church people. Very judgmental, she told the interviewers. I'm not in any particular group anymore. She had initially moved from New York to Los Angeles at the age of 16, gaining notoriety as she appeared in more than 100 films across a 10-year period. Now, guys, there's a video at the top of this article. I might link it in the description if I remember. But there's a video right here. I'm not going to play it because, YouTube will flag us, of course, for it. But basically, she makes it out as though she's a victim in the situation. Like, there's like piano music playing in the background. She felt very judged. I'd encourage you guys to literally go to this website and watch the video at the top when you finish watching this video. It's absolutely insane to me, guys, how people can go out there, they make decisions with their life, and then they're like, oh, I'm a victim, as if they had no responsibility when they made the decision. Like, guys, you see women get on here, okay, onto Reddit, or you'll see, guys, it's a very common thing that I see on Reddit, okay? Guys will go there and they'll say things like, I just found out that my wife of like 10 years has a body count of 50 plus. And he's like, what the hell is going on? I thought I married a saint. She said she seemed like a completely different person. And then you'll get all the women come in the comments and judge men and tell men that we're being immature, that we're being rude for, taking into account someone's past. Personally, guys, I do not think that it is against the quote unquote rules to, consider an individual's past. Women will gladly consider your future, and I personally, guys, think it is very fair that you as a man consider her past. Now, guys, like girls who go out and do work like this, they preclude themselves from becoming wives or serious girlfriends. Like, they really do, guys. In my mind, if you see a girl who's done this adult work in the past and she wants to not be judged for it, that's not how it works, okay? I can't just go out here, commit a crime, and then get taken to court and being like, oh, well, judge, that was the old me. Like, the judge is going to think I'm an idiot, okay? And they're just going to throw me in jail if the crime is serious enough. So, expecting it to work different is just insane to me. Let's continue with this story. At the top of her game, she was earning nearly £250,000 a year, living in a mansion, driving flash sports cars, and even owned her own nightclub. However, in 2015, she left that all behind to join the church, marrying a husband. Man, this is the thing that I don't like about these situations, okay? Is you'll have a girl who will go out there and make these decisions. Fine, cool, it's her life. She can do whatever the hell she wants as long as she's not harming anybody. I don't particularly give a damn. Okay, I think it's an entertaining story when it comes up, and I think to myself, hey, it's some content. But at the end of the day, I don't really care what this woman does with her life. She's welcome to go out and do it. I just think it's entertaining and funny that she, is complaining about being judged for her own decisions. This is the part of the story that I don't like. Okay, you have a girl who goes out there, she has this past, and now she wants to get married. Guys, I don't know if you've seen it. I did a video a little while ago on, I forget the woman's name. I think it was Riley Reid. I'm pretty sure it was Riley Reid. Like, she got married, or was it Lana Rhodes? I don't know. One of them got married. I don't know. I don't really care. But the point is, you have adult stars who are going out here, and they are trying to normalize the idea that you can go out, you can live this kind of life, and then somehow enter into a marriage. Let me tell you guys something. Girls who do this and then enter into marriages, their marriages will not be good ones. I can tell you that much. There's a statistic, guys, that you're welcome to look up after you finish watching this video. Look up the marriage success rates versus the amount of partners that individuals have. When women have incredibly high partner counts or they engage in work like this, the odds of the marriage being successful are so damn low. So, like, I just feel bad for the husband, man. If this girl has kids or is going to have them, like, the kids are going to get bullied. But it's all, of course, go out, have your cake and eat it too, I suppose. Even if it screws over the guy and it screws over the kid, who really cares? You got that bag, right? Let's keep going. She says, but now remarried. Okay, so wait a minute. I didn't even read this part. So did she go out here and get married and then married again? Wow, who would have called that? Am I right? But now remarried and living away from the church, she confirmed that she is embracing her alter ego once again as she embarked on a new chapter of her life, balancing her faith and passion, I think this is supposed to say. Man. And here you go. Obviously, guys, the photo of the lady. We've got the wrist tattoo, obviously. She will once again be known by her stage name, credit to Instagram, so she's posted, I'm assuming that's going to be her Instagram. In recent episodes for the YouTube series Brand New Me, she reflected on her experiences over the past 21 years. She admitted, after I did these acts, I did a 180 and became a pastor, and now I just want to be me. Right, so she went through it, and then she's like, you know what? This whole Christian thing, it's not for me. Now I just want to be myself, and she goes back to doing what she was doing beforehand, which is fair enough, guys. But the idea that, like, you're doing it because you got judged, I mean, what on earth did you expect, man? Let's keep going. She told the interviewers that she does not do these scenes with other people on OF. Instead, she fulfills requests from individuals, including the option for monetized snaps and personal videos. We're going to come back to this in a second. People are pretty respectful, she says. I don't have a lot of issues on that. The career moves come at a time when the online platform boasts more than 130 million users and 2 million creators. Society is doomed, man. It is believed that a large subsection of those include many S-workers who, like Crystal, promote their own content. In August, the site caused controversy when it initially announced that it would block this kind of content. It didn't end up doing this. I actually did a video, and like, there was like a girl crying about it. It was funny as hell. But they didn't end up canceling the content, obviously, guys, which, really sucks. I would have loved to have seen this gone through and, do some more content on the women crying about it, but it is what it is. Let's go back to this part here. She fulfills requests from individuals, including the option for monetized snaps and personal videos. Can you guys imagine, right? You go out there, you get married to a woman, and you find out that either A, she's done this in her past, if you're the first husband, or B, if she gets remarried and now you're the new husband and she's doing this while she's with you. Like, what's the point of getting married, guys? Like, I don't understand. If you're with a girl and she's fulfilling, look at this. She's fulfilling requests from individuals, including the option for monetized snaps and personal videos. To me, guys, this is just absolutely not wife material. And it amazes me that guys will be willing to go through this disrespect and wipe up girls who will do this. Like, to me, guys, this is just not it, not at all. Let's keep going here. From October 1st, members would still blah, 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 but the policy was quickly reversed after the workers were angry and confused. Because obviously, guys, how would the S workers survive? Would they get a real job like men? Would they go out here and actually join the workforce? Of course not, guys. We have to continue being angry and confused until OF reverts its decision. It has meant that Crystal can start to earn money from the site that has earned a collective of $5 billion for its workers. I'm actually surprised it's only $5 billion that OF has generated for its workers. I think this story is like perhaps 1 year old or something like that. She says, the interview says, the mother of four. Oh no. You know, when you read stories like this, guys, it's like they just keep getting worse and worse. Mother of four who still goes to church now believes she has the perfect harmony in her life. She added, doing OnlyFans as a Christian, I know I'm going to have criticism. I'm not even gonna. Let's continue. But the way I look at posting adult content is that God brought me into this world unclothed. Posting pictures this way I don't think is a big, huge crime or, you know, that big of a deal. I'm happy being in the middle, not all adult content and not all church. And here's a photo of Crystal. And then, you know, Crystal says she took the decision to return as she now just wants to be herself. And that's the end of the story. Man, that is... That's something. So she's a mother of four, apparently. I wonder if all four of the children belong to the first husband, or if they belong to men who became before the first husband, or if they belong to the second husband, or if they belong to a combination of all three. But in any case, guys, the idea that this is somehow in line with Christian beliefs is something that personally I can't particularly understand. And the idea that people aren't going to judge you for your actions is absolutely astounding. Okay, I think it is incredibly appropriate that people judge you for your actions, especially if they're looking to get married to you, which is not something that I recommend to men at all in 2022. But especially if someone's going to get married to you, they're going to have a relationship with you, they're going to deal with you on any sort of interpersonal level, hell, even non-interpersonal levels. People are going to judge you for your past actions. I made this little analogy earlier in the story here, guys, but like if I go out there and I commit a crime, okay, and then I get taken to court and my defense is, oh, well, you know, that was yesterday, Taylor. That was old me, okay? That was last week, Taylor. I'm not that kind of person anymore, or you shouldn't judge me for my past. I provide any one of these excuses. The judge is going to look at me like I'm an absolute clown because that's what I'm being. But all of a sudden, when you involve questionable decisions like this from the ladies, you don't hear all that. In fact, if you disagree and if you say, hey, look, that was perhaps the wrong decision, or we should judge you for that, then all of a sudden you're a terrible, evil person, and, you know, you engage out here in misogyny. But guys, speaking of misogyny, let's continue into this next Reddit story that I pulled up, and then we're going to be wrapping up today's episode because, guys, speaking of delusion, I think delusion is just a fantastic segue to bring together pretty much all of these stories that I cover here on this show. You guys got to see this story. So this is a Reddit post posted 11 hours ago, and it's titled, asking if they want matches up regarding marriage. If what they want matches up regarding marriage. Okay, so hey everyone, I'm a 29-year-old female, and I just want your opinion about dating men who are in their 30s. I'm considering going on a date with a couple of guys, but a lot of them tell me that they're not sure what they're looking for, but are open to relationships if it feels right. I'm kind of put off by this type of thing because I want to be married before I turn 35, preferably even sooner, and I don't want to waste time. I love how you will hear this argument, okay? And this is something similar to what the church woman said in the previous article, is you'll hear things like, I'm running out of time, I don't want to waste any more of my time. And then after that, after they go through, they get married, they divorce the first guy, they have some kids to some random dudes, maybe it's the first husband, who the hell really knows. They turn around and they say things like, I just want to be myself. So it turns from, I don't want to waste time. In other words, I'm looking for a sucker. I'm looking for a guy who's going to take me, for who I am. And then it turns into, okay, well, I've got married, I've done my thing, now I want to go back to who I am, right? So I want to be, look at this, guys. It's like when the women hit 30, all of a sudden you hear things like, I want to be traditional. Okay, I want a real relationship. I'm looking to get married. I'm looking for a guy who's going to be traditional to me. And then they get over that bump, they get married, they, have a couple of kids, or they have a couple of kids to other men who are actually not in the marriage. And then they're like, you know what, now I want to go back to being myself. And all of a sudden we end up with, the spicy workers, just fresh out of Christianity. So anyway, she says that I don't want to waste any time. And my question before we even continue this story here is, if you didn't want to waste any time, why do you wait until 29 years of age to start taking dating seriously? Okay? Because what you did was you spent your entire early and mid 20s screwing around, going from guy to guy. And now that you're 29, you want to say that you don't want to waste any time? It's like, I'm sorry, but the dudes who are looking at this, if a guy comes across you and you're a 29-year-old woman and you say you want to get married ASAP and you're running out of time, that's cool for you, but that's your fault. It's not the men's fault. Men don't owe you commitment, and a lot of guys are not going to commit to you, at least the guys that you want. And I love this part here, right, where she says, a lot of guys tell me that they're not sure what they're looking for, but are open to relationships if it feels right. This is actually a tactic that I'm just going to spill some for this woman right here. This is a tactic that a lot of men use when they're truthfully not even interested in dating you at all. They're just looking to string you along for some bedroom fun. Because guys know, a lot of guys understand that they have to sell you a dream, and that a lot of women just absolutely love being lied to, right? The amount of women who will chase dudes for years on end thinking that they're going to get a relationship is astounding. So a lot of guys will say, look, I'm happy to see where things go, but at the end of the day, they're not really interested in committing to you, and personally, I don't blame them. Now, there's an argument to be made that that's unethical, lying to these women. Personally, I don't really give a crap, but it is what it is. Let's continue. She says, have you ever been in seen a dating situation, turn into a relatively quicker marriage from someone who you can't say that they want in the early stages of dating? I just misread the hell out of that. Obviously, it doesn't mean you have to want to marry me after 3 dates, but I like seeing that it's at least something on the list for the future. I got burned by my last relationship. The guy ultimately decided he was still unsure, and if he ever wanted to get married, period, let alone to be me. So, let me get this straight. This woman's previous relationship, she knew that the dude was unsure, and then he's like, no, I'm not really interested, and she considers herself burned. Okay, I mean, good on her for at least trying to go for the guys now who are straight up interested in a relationship and who are straight up, have marriage on the cards because that's what she wants. But you love how it's got to take her until 29 years of age to go, hey, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't date the guys who are unsure. Maybe I shouldn't date the dudes who are not really interested in giving me in a relationship. Maybe now I should actually start to take dating seriously. And to that I say, too little, too late. So let's finish this story and then we're going to wrap up today's episode. I'm wondering if I should stick to men that state this is what they are looking for early on. Yes. The answer is yes. In fact, the answer was yes 9 years ago. I'm really put off by I don't knows and let's hang out and see. Thanks. It's interesting to me that this woman says that she's put off by I don't knows and let's hang out and see, considering that's all she's been dealing with for the past decade. It's kind of like you'll hear girls say, I'm done with a-holes, I'm done with guys who treat me poorly. But if you look at her dating history, it's nothing but dudes who treat her poorly and who aren't interested in her. Like, what you'll notice, guys, is what women say that they want and what they actually want are two entirely separate things. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, guys, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. What do you think? Do you think the born-again Christian woman should be judged for her past, or do you think not? Personally, guys, I think it's important that she be judged for her past because those are actions that she chose to take. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode, guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace. Yo guys, Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our other content creators over here at Fiend Gang, Hadan from Peace of Mind, and Detective Warg. Their channels will be linked in the video description. They've been putting out consistent content for you guys to enjoy, so make sure that you go and show them some love. Their channels will be linked below. Also, guys, if you are interested in supporting the channel, make sure that you come and join us for free over on Locals or Patreon. On Locals and Patreon, you guys get access to archived video content that is no longer available here on YouTube. And supporters also get access to exclusive videos where we cover different kinds of topics that you won't see me talk about here on YouTube because, to be honest, YouTube just really doesn't like it. There's video topics such as how broken families are created and how men can avoid it, bad traits that men can have, the reason why women chase married men, etc. So if you're interested in supporting, make sure that you go and check that out. And lastly, guys, if you're interested in getting a character made like mine, be sure to hit up our artist at the Gecko Ninja. He is linked in the video description as well. He's been doing art for Fiend Gang for quite some time, so if his stuff interests you guys, make sure that you hit him up for a commission. As always, he will be linked below the video. But with all that being said, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one, for real this time. Peace.